straight microphones?
It looks like that.
Check, check, check.
Yeah, no, that one.
Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello, hello. This is mic 1. This is mic 1. This is channel 1, mic 1.
They go cam tonight?
Yeah.
We don't need us to use our cycling.
Oh, we got straight mics. I almost wanted
Already
that.
looking.
I almost wanted that to stop it. I want to post it, Jack. You know the link.
Go to adidas.ca. They make Adidas like pack jackets. Kind of nice.
Yeah.
The good
I
stuff.
wanted to wear the jacket.
Yeah, me too. I'm
Yeah. They wanted, hey, it's going at 9 spots.
yeah. For
It's
me,
like I didn't see for 7 spots. I'm like, even that.
no. For me, If you see it on Adidas.ca for 120, you're 50 off. Like so. But I just got to put in my order sometime by the end of the week, so if you can look quick. Okay. Just because I do it for the season, so I can get all my gear. I can spend up to $1,200 at 50 off. Super fan? Eva. Oh, yeah, probably. So, do I get the red mic? The red? No, that's a good one. You all lifetime for Should be a good one though. And it looks like the AAA reinforcements have arrived, so it'll be a pretty solid game too, right? Whether that's the team has good. So good.
Like that?
Okay, I got 10 here.
Yeah, I'm gonna move this shit over here.
Test. 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 Yeah, that one's on. Test. 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 Testing. 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 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
You want to go this side?
Yeah.
Okay.
It can't seem to get those. You said test and testing. That one works. Red one. Let me try the black one. Test. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
to the ice cream roll-ups. Here, Colorado Jeanne-Sauve, all in Riel.
Testing red mic. 1, 2, 3. Testing red mic. 1, 2, 3. Testing black mic. 1, 2, 3.
Testing red mic. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, it's the cord or something. Does this one work? When we switch the cord and the connection. Yeah, this one is your connection. That cord doesn't work. Because the mic works. The mic worked. We switched it. It said testing black mic.
It's reported after high school
Works.
Manitoba. Sportsmanship, student athletes, coaches, and fans. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner.
We're trying to mine, right?
Yeah. Comments or other gestures directed at game officials, student athletes, or team representatives.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Black mic.
We also want to remind everyone that this policy applies to the early during and after games. If there's a medal ceremony to be, please do not enter the ice after the game. We have a photographer on site, and the photos will be posted online and can be accessed through the website. Thank you.
I'll tell you in a minute.
Then you'll just have to
Hand it off. Yeah, it didn't work, bro.
still not working. It's saying on the camera that it is.
I could hear him. You said test.
You can hear it. And I'll just continue. You and I know how to swim.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Seven Oaks Arena in Game 2 of the Manitoba Women's Hockey League Division I Championship Series. I'm Rick Farmer here along with Jamie Bettens. Tonight, the number 1 ranked Glenlawn Lions will look to close out the best of 3 series for their first ever Division I championship. Meanwhile, the College Jeanne-Sauve Olympians will be looking to extend the series to a Game 3 tomorrow. Red, as we enter today's contest, what has your attention? What are you expecting from each team in today's game?
Well, it's real easy to take a look at the reinforcements that each team has as this place erupts right now. But I'm curious to see how Minkus and how some of those girls respond having played a game in this series already, and how the depth actually probably wins the game for somebody today.
We proudly acknowledge that we are on the traditional territories of the Anishinaabe, Inuit, and Dakota peoples. We recognize that Manitoba is on the traditional land of the Anishinaabe, Inuit, and Dene peoples. We also stand on the homeland of the Red River Métis Nation, where the Métis provincial government, under the leadership of Riel, our first premier, went out on a list of rights, which we found in the province of Manitoba. We acknowledge that the water we drink is from Shoal Lake River Station in Treaty 3, and that our electricity is produced on Treaty 5. We acknowledge and respect the treaties that were made on these territories. We acknowledge the harms and mistakes of the past, and we dedicate ourselves to moving forward in the spirit of reconciliation and collaboration. Education got us into this mess, and education will get us out of it. And the lives of missing and women, girls, and Two-Spirit matter today and every day. And if you go missing, we will go searching. Fans, please rise if you are able and remove your hats for the playing.
Test, test.
come down to either the replacements today or the girls that took care of business in game 1.
Gibbons wins the draw. Shot. That's tough. Conrad, she rings it around the line.
Test.
DJF. Test.
Line back up. 11:42 to go in the first period. Boston with it. Hard bouncing pass for a partner. Western Dork gonna hand it. Olympians are able to pick it up. They look to center it. Lions steal it back. Headback pass. Speed to try to generate some offense.
Very interesting to see, even though it's an absolute rivalry out there, that Baldwin realizes the error in her ways, takes the penalty, and still had the confidence to go and let Minkus know she apologized for that infraction.
Just on the half wall. Just checking, switching with Rigo. Rigo stepping over the bring that line, looks to go saying. Stepping out through the dot, right through the middle of the house, push it loose. Intercepted by Kitten. He sends it to length of the ice. much needed Lions change here on the PK.
Glenlawn Lions goal, the fourth for the postseason. Scorer number 17, waiting to go. The assist to number 10, Corey Minkus. Time of the goal, 11:42. Riel, her fourth. From Minkus at 11:42.
Picking it up for the Lions right now is Laney Riel.
Shots of ovation for 3 safe while 2 minutes for running contact. Time of penalty 11:24. 2 for running contact at 11:24.
Going power play for the Lions. Let's back to Minkus.
Very typical in the game so far. Glenlawn's obviously flexing their muscle. They have some confidence. They took care of game one with a underwhelming lineup, I guess you would say, or undermanned, for lack of a better term. But right now, CJS is staying in the game. Celeste Pelche is going to make saves. We know that. She's a very talented goaltender. And if the tide turns and CJS gets a power play or sneaks in a goal, this could be a very different game.
Lions decide to leave their PP1 on the ice. Seconds to go with the power play. Looking to possibly send a dagger early in the first period. Pelche is able to shut the door.
You know, you want your goalie to get touches early in the game. The more they touch the puck, the more they're going to be in the game.
Up there yet again for the Lions. Boston down the half wall, gets intercepted. LaFleche overskates that loose puck, unable to get it out. Boston on the pinch. Turns it over. Puck does find its way back to Vega. He passes and jumps, looking for a get back. Quick shots from the side wall by Boston. Turned away by Pelche, and the Olympians are able to get it out. Baldwin's out of the box, and the teams are back at full strength. Puck battle on the boards here in the neutral zone. Brooklyn Warnick picks it up on the attack, cuts to the middle, stopped by Westwood. Now Glenlawn will make a line change as that power play number 1 unit makes its way to the players box. Gibbons carries outside the zone, gets to the red line, looks to get it in. But Brooklyn Warnick has a couple of feet offside and has a face-off outside blue line in the neutral zone. 49 goals in the first period.
A little tougher for CJS to gain the Glenlawn zone. They had a little bit more zone time last night. The shots are 6-1 in favor of Glenlawn. It was the reverse last game.
Westendorf with the puck in her own corner. Rims it hard, past her partner all the way up to the ring. And Jeanne can't grab it. Glenlawn is able to bang it out. Back on retrieval, no out. She won't play it straight. Sosek is able to steal it free. Good stick check. Finds some open ice. Steps outside the zone. We talked about her skating prowess on keeping ice. Tries to get a shot towards the net, that's knocked down. All Glenlawn can do is send it out. Sage Baldwin picks it up, cuts to the middle, good stick handling, looking, throws it towards the net, that's knocked down by Riel. Oh my goodness. Open ice, center ice. Collision / body check. There currently is no call on a play.
As you will see watching this broadcast and everybody in the stands, it's going to be a little bit divided as to where this call lies. Is it a hockey play or is it just an inference of, what's happening out there? Both players are lunging for the puck, and the best thing that you can hope for right now is seeing Minkus skate to the bench under her own power, and that's what it looks like we have. So while there may or may not be a penalty call, the main thing is that Minkus is healthy and she can still participate in this game.
Yeah, Red, not to be critical of officials. Under the effort that our officials are working as hard as they can. Though my initial response was I thought that would have been a penalty call.
Yeah.
I think possibly even just to set the tone for the rest of the game. My belief was I was expecting an arm to go.
The energy is high. therefore the intensity is even higher with the extra players added to the lineup. It's a good way to calm the game down by maybe calling a few, but that would have been 2 in a row on CJS and could have really affected the game.
So we play on 5-on-5. Olympians overskate the puck. They do get it back in deep. McCabe pumps it all the way around. Warnick is able to grab it at the blue line, can't get it in deep enough. Benzie picks it up for Glenlawn. We got 2-on-1. Rigo, He's can't get it across there. Picking it up for the Olympians. It's Ruthers. She can only get it down deep into the corner. Veda rims it around for Antune. She looks to go cross ice, but Glenlawn's on a line change. Benzie wasn't aware the puck was at her skates. Veda looked for a stretch pass to Lane. Intercepted on a good deep pitch there by Fontaine. Veda Rigo chips it up the court wall. Tripped out now by Lane. Going in there. Wants to shoot. Left side, puck rims all the way around to the neutral zone where Clausen picks it up. Clausen, backhand to Stubbs. Can't handle it. Turned over. Olympians on the attack. 2-on-2 rush. Shot from the outside, deflected for the corner. Rush on the forecheck. Crossing the D-band in the corner. Trying to contain puck. Behind the net's Hal Penny. She looks for a breakout pass to Stubbs. That goes for not. Puck's put back in behind the Lions net. Thrown out front by the Olympians. No one home. Glenlawn bench looking for a potential hooking call on the play once again. Upended, and we will get that affirmation second penalty. As Cassidy Gibbons will go to the box for tripping.
Well, the Bucket Boys are trying to make as many calls as they can for Glenlawn here. CJS needs to keep their feet moving because Glenlawn has the edge in speed and intensity right now.
Power play number 2 for the Lions. They're 0 for 1. They put PP1 back out on the ice. Vader Rio down to the flank to Memphis. Seems to be okay from that incidental contact in the neutral zone. Veda puts it on net. Good save by Pelcher. Rebound. Like to the right of Pelcher.
Pelche standing tall right now. She's had to make 7 or 8 saves already. CJS only has 1 shot on Wozni. We saw what Wozni did. We called it a Helibuckian performance. Are the tides turning, and is it maybe Celeste Pelche's turn tonight? I guess we'll see.
Power play.
You certainly see the intensity level of Game 2. It's much higher than Game 1.
Boston picks it up.
Chelsea Maple Leafs number 8, Cassidy Gibbons, 2 minutes for tripping. Town of Honolulu 6:07. Gibbons 2 for tripping at 6:07.
Puck in the corner. Baldwin's looking to find it. Olympians trying to get this out as quick as he can. A minute left in the power play. Memphis centering pass for Crossing. Finds its way to Veda. Another quick snap. He's able to get that puck out from the blue line quick in a short amount of space. Memphis, Crossing. Sits by Pelcher. Veda Rigo back to regroup. Pass to Memphis. If you're at home watching on YouTube, LRSD TV, just a couple technical difficulties here. We're working our way through it. Fighting some bandwidth issues here, I'm assuming. But either way, I'll keep working at it here. Face-off is going to go to the right of Jovi Wozni. Olympians are able to pick it up, get it back to the blue line. Wozni can't find it, can't get a glove on it. Puck scrambling in front. Rigo picks it up, makes her way back for the Lions. Quick shot, Pelche with the save. Michaela Warnick picks up, heads up. Blind pass to Jewel LaFleche. Nolgren with it now over the red line with a head of steam. Over the blue line, makes a nifty move. Nolgren gets a shot on net, but Wozny's able to get a blocker on it. Veda Rigo with it now. Looks to move it up to Antunes. She throws it out. Veda Rigo cross ice. Gluck is offside as she receives that pass. Throws it on net, though there's going to be a face-off outside the blue line. So as we continue to work through technical difficulties here, we'll continue to talk and hopefully we get back online full bore. Meanwhile, the Olympians send it down the ice. 1-0 hockey game, 12:58 to go in the second period. Lions pick it up. Leah Clausen with it now, retrieves a loose puck, steps over the red line, now over the blue line. Quick shot from the outside. Great save, good shot. Great save by Pelche. Nice low shot, far pad there by Leah Clausen. Claire Fraser with it for the Olympians. All the way from the back end, sends a good low shot of her own. Another pad save, this time by Wozni. Hal Penny with it, looking for a 2-on-1. Probably didn't see Mency on the attack. She just decides to put it in and go for a line change. Minkus on it. Bangs it back to the blue line. Long shot from the point by Conrad, turned aside. Puck's in the corner. Minkus gets knocked down again. She's now in a hard-fought battle. Puck's on the wall. Hey, Olympians are able to pick it up as you spoke of it. Minkus was in a one-on-one battle, lost it. McCabe for the Olympians was able to pick it up and work her way in on a 1-on-0 breakaway from the ringette line, but Wozny's able to turn it aside. A potential breakout pass there by the Lions gets waved off on the icing call. Linesman said that it deflected. Ruther with it now for Jeanne-Sauve. Hits a skate. McCabe throws it in. Puck back behind the net. Veda Rigo with it. Stretch pass up for Sister Laney. Icing's waved off. Goes back behind the net. Pelche plays it to Baldwin. Baldwin moves it up. Picked up there by the Olympians. They look to go cross ice. Sawing it off on the wall was Williams for the Lions. Tellier Lalonde in a battle. Antunes on the forecheck. Puck in the corner. Tellier Lalonde content to hold off the pressure. Puck bounces around in the corner. Laney back to Veda. Quick shot blocked there by Nolgren. Baldwin, nice spin move, able to get free of the forecheck. Picked up by the Lions, however. Antunes looking to center it. Baldwin on the check. Baldwin's able to steal it from Laney. Williams with it. She throws it in behind the net. Laney Rigo with it right now. Bang, throws it out front on her backhand. Kicks it to her own skate. Pulls it up to the ringette line. Turns with it. Tries to go to her sister. Turned over. Steals it back from Baldwin. Laney with it. Looking tired, to be honest with you, Red. I saw her with her hands on her knees behind the net.
now going for a quite slow line change. There might potentially be a scenario here where in a tight game, in such a meaningful game, the Lions might be looking to run their guns a little bit too hard, maybe early on.
Watch as the game unfolds a little bit.
At one point here, the shots were well out of reach and well in favor of the Lions. However, if I look up at the board now, I see 17-13, where the Olympians are starting to put a little bit more pressure on here in the second period. Kibbins with the puck now, all on her own, carrying over the blue line, looks to get a shot on net. Clausen's able to get a stick on it. Sister Kibbins on the forecheck opposite wall, turns it over. I should say it was stolen by Bensi. Minkus picks it, or Halpenny picks it up. Similar skaters. Goes with it behind the net. Tries to throw it out front. Warnick, Brooklyn Warnick for the Olympians, throws it down the ice. Westendorf tries to go wall. It's stolen by Kibbins, all on her own, looking for some help. She does find McCabe. McCabe tries to throw a crossbody forehand on net. It gets turned over, but she finds the puck again. Gets it back to Baldwin. Drags to the middle. Goes partner. Michaela Warnick just missed that short side top shelf. Baldwin again to Warnick. Clausen steps out looking for the shot block. Puck gets through. Banging away in the house. Baldwin to Warnick again. Reload. 3 for $1. Big save by Wozni. Baldwin. Red, I got to be honest with you. Again, I don't like to question the officials, but that looked like a 50-50 stick battle, and Baldwin just looked to be stronger on her stick than the Lions.
Bit of a toe drag, and as she knows that she lost the puck, tried to grab it, and the feet were simply in the way.
It looked like stick on stick. Either way, though, PowerPoint number 3 for the Lions, 0 for 2 so far. PP1 back out there. Minkus wins it. Clausen brings it to the middle, throws it on net. Traffic. Minkus back door, not tied up. Olympians are able to send it to length. Veda Rigo up to partner Leah Clausen, steps across the blue line, looking to set up the power play, carries it behind the net, gets a switch by the D-men, goes to the top to Veda, Veda over to Minkus, looking, shooting, stopping is Pelche. Laney with it, casually brings it to the half wall, back to Veda. Veda looking, deciding whether to shoot, she doesn't, she goes to Clausen. Clausen sends it to the top of the house. Tries to hit the bumper, Minkus, between the hash marks. Can't get a handle on it, however. Low to high. Veda, Clausen, back to Veda, pressure. Minkus puts it on net. Great save, great left pad save there by Pelche, allowing Frazier to get the puck all the way down into the Lions' end.
Going to creep into the heads of the Glenlawn shooters that they may not think they have a chance to score again this game.
Clausen finds it. Quick shot on net. There's another great save. 2 great saves by Pelche. And she's not happy with the traffic in front, putting a stick on Laney. But right there alone, 2 beautiful saves by Celeste Pelche.
Volleyball player as well. It looked like he was digging up a pass there.
Puck comes across to Westendorf. PP2 out there now with 23 seconds left. Westendorf able to walk in. Kibbins gives her a shooting lane but takes away the shot. Picking it up is Prefontaine. She hammers it out. Just about hits our senior official, Ken Lazarick. Still nimble as always, able to get out of the way. Prefontaine fires it back in deep. Lions look to break out. Breyer with it. LaFlèche stands her up at the blue line. LaFlèche bangs it out. Swatting at it there. 4 or 5 sticks. Unable to get a handle on it as any one of them.
Your own physical play, thinking the refs might be looking at an even up call, or are you just doing what your game plan is, hard on the forecheck and seeing what else happens?
I'm not going to lie, to be honest with you. There's been a few missed calls and a few calls that I question, so I don't know if there's any so-called consistency as of right now. I don't think I don't know if I'd be spending too much of my energy worrying on the refs. I think we can just control what we can control. And speaking of control, leading the rush, Veda Rigaud stepping over the ringette line, looking for her sister going net. Claire Fraser there to intercept and take away any passing lanes. Laney is able to find it, brings it to the top, gives it to Veda, looking back for Laney. She can't find it. Conrad stepping in, throws it on net. Laney is able to get a stick on it at the top of the crease, but Pelche's there to shut the door once again.
Happen. Those calls are going to be made or not made, but CJS needs Baldwin on the ice. He was an excellent player in game 1. If they're going to win or get a special goal here, it might be a Baldwin rush or a big drop pass the way she was setting up Warnick in that shift before the penalties. They're going to need her on the ice, not the penalty box.
Absolutely. So I look up at the big board. We got 4:57 left, just shy of 5 minutes here in the second period. Shots 23-16. Both stats in favor of the Glenlawn Lions. Up 1-0 in this best of 3 Manitoba Women's High School Hockey Division I Championship. Glenlawn looking to score their first provincial win. As I say that, what looked like a glorious scoring opportunity for the Olympians, a 2-on-1 rush, which have been few and far between, is called down by our linesman, and we'll have a face-off outside the zone. So Minkus wins the draw, but Ruther for the Olympians is able to find it. She throws it on net. Wozni gloves it down. There'll be a face-off deep in the Lions' end.
Although I would say the 23 shots that Peltier faced are a little different than the 17 Wozni faced.
Yeah, a lot of grade A scoring chances for the Lions. And a lot of second scoring chances, a lot of rebounds, a lot of opportunities off the shot from the blue line. And I've made reference to it a few times. The addition of Clausen and Veda Rigaud with that quick snapshot from the blue line. Speaking of Red, there's that Baldwin shot you were talking about. Wozni takes it off the throat guard. But there again, there's the 3D men. We'll also add Claire Fraser to the mix. There's the 3 of 4 D-men we've referenced quite frequently, not only tonight but also Tuesday, showing their presence and how important it is to get pucks on net and create net front traffic. Here's Baldwin again, leading the rush. It's like she could hear you talking, Red. Or you just know what you're talking about, one of the two. 2-on-1. Turned away by Prefontaine, also having a strong defensive game. Stalwart back there. Not many Lions are able to get by her. Nolgren gets it in deep. Minkus with it, throws it up the wall. Picked up by Breyer. She throws it out into the neutral zone. Not enough for icing. Prefontaine back. DeGrain on the passive forecheck. Prefontaine up the wall. Found by Minkus. Can't get around Prefontaine. Like I say, hard to get by. Minkus picks it up. Wheeling, looking for ice. She tries Prefontaine again. She is able to get by her this time. Sends a beautiful cross-ice pass. But Pelche's there once again. And another shot on net. Pelche's able to stop that one as well. Celeste Pelche standing tall. Durand, a stretch pass, leading scorer of the Olympians. Shot on net, save. Puck is bouncing around. They can't corral it, and the Lions are able to get it out. Claire Fraser sends it out. 2-on-0 opportunity here. Lions, not sure where they all went. 1D man back. Minkus is back. Look for a centering pass. It does find Durand. Puck is loose. Nolgren picking it up again. She steps out. Durand can't get a stick on it. Finally does so. I'm not.
All sweet is there, no finish, unfortunately for Durand and the CJ Olympians. Boston's still standing tall, but the tide is turning here. The ice is shifting. It's in favor of CJS in the second period right now.
Yeah, I don't know what to say there. It was like the Olympians shot the puck down the ice. It was like a stretch pass that found Durand, and suddenly there were no Lions to be found. We had one forward and one D. I'm not too sure where the other three had gone. I'm assuming for a line change. But either way, grade A scoring chances by the Olympians goes for naught, and we're still stuck at 1-0, though the shots are 25-23. Kibbins on the wall. Fraser puts it in. Scoring chance here. Brooklyn Warnick. Oh, another great glove save there by Wozni.
To this high school girls hockey championship. If you're a young U15 player playing AA hockey, or you're a grade 9 in your school, maybe you didn't make it to next year. This is fantastic hockey, and you want to be a part of this in your career.
I'm not too sure what Coach Belanger mentioned to her players there during the intermission, the between period intermission, but they've come out strong here in the second period. Claire Fraser now with it, stepping over the red line. Kibbins trying to join the rush. Cadence and Cassidy. One goes for a line change. Fraser throws it on net. She's able to pick it back up herself, throw it back to Warnick. Warnick backhand down into the corner. Olympians are first on it. Pass out front. Ruther with a hard high wrist shot. Wozni knocks it down again. Not many second chance scoring opportunities for the Olympians, as Wozni is able to glove a lot of those red.
Well, and when they did get any chances, it's because there was traffic in front of them. They caused havoc. Wozni may not have been able to see it and recover it. They trying to pound those rebounds.
I think Coach Belanger might be referencing get shots on net, but also get them low. Keep them away from Wozny's glove. 1 minute to play here in the second period. I've talked about what Coach Belanger has told her troops during the second period. I'm curious as to what Coach Netraduk and Rigo will be referencing to their players as they go to the room. They're probably going to be looking to come out a little bit stronger and a little bit more regrouped in the third period. Board battle there with Baldwin and Minkus. Both of them have been in the mix all game. No hands go in the air, and we play on with 30 seconds to go in the second period. Warnick throws it up the wall. Williams is able to keep it in for the Lions. McCabe goes back for it, throws it up the same wall. Puck is frozen on the wall. Minkus is in the pile. Williams throws it on net. Baldwin, smart play there not to try to knock it down. Lets it go to the wall. She picks it up herself now and kills the clock, and that'll do it. End of the second period. We have the same score we did at the end of the first period. 1-0 Glenlawn Lions, looking to finish off this best-of-3 series, trying to find game 2, but they'll both go to the room.
Fantastic game so far. If you're not watching, it's been awesome. CJS has played great behind Peltier. Glenlawn's doing everything they can. I'm very interested to see what Glenlawn does in the third period. They've got a lot of veteran girls trying to go for it in their grade 12 year that aren't in the lineup if this goes to another game. Are they going to go for it and be tired late in the game and give CJS a chance? Or are they going to be able to close this thing out?
Red, before we go to break here, you know what? At some point we should say hi to all the people that are watching at home. But you know what's kind of neat about being here live is seeing all the alumni that are coming back to support not only their former teammates, but their school in general. Like right now I'm waving at a couple of alumni from CJS, Olivia Price and Nora Collins. nice to see them as well. But yeah, I thought it was pretty neat to see all the alumni out here, not only current day students, but also former students as well.
Well, it just shows the pride that everybody has for school sports. You know, if there's one thing that you remember from your high school days, it's the relationships, it's the friendships forged. And when you add sport into the mix, it can surely make for a very nice equation. Both teams going to the dressing rooms now. They're going to refocus. It will be very interesting to see which team comes out on top here for this third period. And can Glenlawn hold off CJS, or can CJS break through, tie something up, maybe get an overtime goal here and extend it to game 3 Friday night?
Check, check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Check. Check.
So we're back here at Seven Oaks Arena, and as the teams make their way onto the ice area, I'd like to take the time to thank the students and staff of Riel Arts and Tech Center, and specifically our two-man crew here today from LRSD TV for their efforts here tonight as we bring you this live streaming action from the Manitoba Women's High School Hockey Div 1 Championship. We've had some minor technical difficulties as the game's been working its way through. Not all of which are at the hands of the technical crew. We're dealing with some connection issues here and there, but they're doing their best. And as we make our way through the third period, hopefully we've eliminated all those bugs.
Well, and the blessing of technology as well. We know we have fans watching the game all the way from New Brunswick, the Pelche family watching their granddaughter tonight, loving what's happening, loving what they're seeing. So welcome to them and all the other fans across the country that are watching LRSD TV tonight.
You know what, Red? I was actually checking the stats from our game on Tuesday. Game 1, as of this afternoon, has 4,300 views. So we're talking over 4,000 people have tuned in to watch Monday's Game 1. And I think during gameplay, our highest number of viewers was 600 at one time, which is still pretty good. So, 20 minutes here, third period, 1-0, Lions lead. Face off at center ice, Minkus wins it, back to Veda Rigaud. She tries to send a pass to Minkus, it gets deflected. Back forward is Claire Fraser. Looks for a breakout outlet, gets turned over. Pumped back in by Westingdorf. Deep into the right of Pelche. Nolgren grabs it. LaFlèche gets a stick on it, throws it the length of the ice, wide of the net, and that'll go for icing.
This is going to be a very interesting 20 minutes in this period today. Can Glenlawn hold on? Are they going to rely on their veterans, their grade 12 girls, to ride this one home? Or are they going to tire out because they played a lot of hockey on those legs and give CJS that one chance? But if they get that chance, can they come through? That's the question.
Minkus back on the faceoff. Breyer as well. Olympians win it, however. They rim it around the wall. Duran grabs it. Steps outside her own zone. Looking for room. Minkus cuts her off. Duran's able to get the puck in deep. Conrad back to retrieve it. She rims it to Breyer. Breyer throws a backhand picked off by Baldwin. If Baldwin wasn't there to pinch on that pass, Minkus would have had a 2-on-1 with Halpenny. Speaking of, Minkus up to Halpenny. She throws it in back behind the net. Michaela Warnick goes to grab it. Rims it high off the glass. Durand unable to get a handle on it. Back in behind the net is Baldwin. Flips it high. Bouncing puck. Looks like it's going to go just shy of the net. Wozni leaves it. And once again, icing on the Olympians. Olympians do not win the face-off, as Laney Rigo was right in on the top of the crease but lost the puck, and the Olympians dodge a bullet there. Laney, Westendorf, shot, easy blocker save, no traffic by Pelche. Olympians are able to get it out. Shots are even, 26-26, as the Lions with that shot were able to level that scoreboard stat. The Olympians had put a number of pucks on Wozni to take that shot on goal lead. But the one true scoreboard stat that really matters is the 1-0 in favor of the Lions. Laney Rigo looking to make it 2-0, steps through the circle. She's cut off by Kibbins, who throws it around the wall to her sister Cassidy. Cassidy with it now, 2-on-1 here on Veda Rigo. Veda goes down. Pass comes to Warnick. Brooklyn Warnick was unable to find it. Veda Rigo, maybe a little prematurely, went to her knees. Kibbins, if she would have held on to it a second longer, probably would have had a clear pass across or a clear shot on net. Clausen picks it up, steps out from behind her net, runs into traffic, loses it, sends Ruther to the ice upon losing the puck, no call. Interesting chant there from the Glenlawn faithful. I'll leave it up to you to try to figure out what it was. Either way, we play on. Gluck throws it on net. Breakout pass to Ruthers, turned over. Clausen finds it. Quick little snapshot on net. Minkus was alone in front, loses the handle. Prefontaine throws it to the blue line. Williams backhands it back in. Prefontaine hard around the boards, back to Williams, throws it towards the net. Olympians get a stick on it. McCabe throws it out past Clausen, bouncing off the wall, deep into the zone, and that'll be an icing call with 16:20 remaining in the third period.
Someone lost one time all year. CJS lost 7. At what point does CJS have a little bit of confidence knowing that they're taking the top team right now and they're holding it to a 1-0 game and maybe believe a little bit more in themselves?
I would think Coach Melange is absolutely beating that drum. Pardon the pun with all the drums behind us, but I would for sure believe that she's making reference to that fact. Trying to pump up her players, showing a sense of positivity rather than a sense of pressure, and it's probably why we've seen CJS come out with a little bit of freewheel and free play action here in the second half of this game. They don't look tense at all. Claire Fraser on the breakout pass. LaFlèche leaves it for Claire as she follows up. Fraser gets it back. Smooth skating, head up. Bounce pass off the wall. All the way down. Veda Rigo picks it up, sends a pass out to Minkus. She's cut off by Fraser. Rigo back on retrieval, back behind her net. Looking. Almost gave it away there on the forecheck. But to her benefit, she's able to find open ice and Minkus. Shot by Minkus is blocked by an errant stick. Puck comes back to Conrad. Puts it in deep. Minkus goes for a line change. On the line change comes out Lainey Rigo. Baldwin flips it out. Rigo with a little high stick to the facial area of Baldwin. Does not get called, but what does get called is an extremely slow icing puck.
Fraser has now been brought up to the pairing with Baldwin. That's arguably their top two defensemen in the series so far against the top line of Glenlawn. Glenlawn, I'm looking for don't do so. Big goal for TJ.
Clausen across to Conrad. She does a good job of getting a handle on it. Throws it on net. Puck's deflected back behind. They throw it back out front. Loose puck in the crease. Olympians are able to pick it up. They look for a breakout pass. It's turned over by Clausen. Conrad can't get it in deep. Lainey Rigo to Clausen. Clausen gives it away in the neutral zone. Looking for Rigo. Over to Duran. Quick shot on net. And they score! A neutral zone turnover, resulting in a 2-on-1 for the Olympians. And just like that, we have a whole new hockey game. Red, I didn't catch who picked up that turnover pass. I'm not too sure if it was Kimmins or Nolgren, but they entered the zone with patience. They waited for Duran to join the rush, able to get the puck over to Duran, and we've talked about it earlier as well. Either shoot low for rebounds or keep it away from Wozny's glove. And that shot over the blocker to her right. Maybe the word is out. Coach Belanger maybe preaching not only pucks low and also making those crucial changes on the back end, but maybe the word is, maybe the narrative is, shoot to the blocker. So we got a 1-1 hockey game. Prefontaine and Minkus battling down low. Lions throw it out front. Olympians are able to grab it. Gaining the blue line. Back behind the net. Kibbins looks to center it, loses a handle on it. Westendorf, D-man here for Lions, looking to skate it. Can't gain much ice. Veda Rigo shoots it in deep. Claire Fraser. Lions are able to center it. Fraser lost it. The Lions centered it. Veda Rigo threw it backhand on net. And the puck finds its way back out to the neutral zone. Williams gets it in deep. Williams still battling for it on the wall. Halpenny. Williams with a high stick. Couple cross checks to the head area of Ruther. The Olympians bench calling for it. Now Ruther pays back the favor, this time to Halpenny. A little bit of board battle going on there. Rigo. Clausen. Breyer throws it out front. Lions are able to get a stick on it. And it looks like they were able to shove it in back door, but the official waves no goal. Yeah, and I don't see a lot of argument from the Glenlawn bench, though a couple of the players on the ice were adamant that puck was loose. We'll see if that turns out to be the quote-unquote TSN turning point. Baldwin with it now, looking, finding open ice, sends it up to Durand off her skates. Turned over, and Breyer's able to pump it back in. 12:15 here to go in the third period. Olympians get it outside the zone. Williams with it. Gives it to Laney Rigo across the blue line. 2-on-1, looking to shoot, however. Gets her own rebound. Another great save by Pelche. Clausen, quick snapshot on net. Puck came to her off the wall. Quick one-time slap shot. Bouncing puck turned away. Laney Rigo trying to step through the middle. Stolen by Durand. Durand gains the blue line. Puts it in. Lions looking for an offside call. Not there. Veda. Great stretch pass to Minkus. Good back check, however, by Tellier Lalonde. Without taking a penalty, is able to remove the puck from Minkus. Durand looking to get it by Rigo. Antunes picks it up, 1-on-3. Gets halfway. Prefontaine picks it up, throws it to the blue line. Veda, Rigo unable to keep it in. I do believe that will be waved off as Rigo gets a stick on it. Kibbins, cross ice. Frazier. Kibbins, corner. Veda on retrieval. Backhand to partner. Conrad. Up the wall. Conrad looking to follow her breakout pass. She does so. Creates a turnover in the neutral zone, but Claire Frazier stands her up. And Kibbins is able to get the puck in deep. And Cadence will go for a line change. Stretch pass here by Rigo for Laney. Veda to Laney. Hits the skate of Claire Frazier. Icing's waved off. Veda Rigo goes for a line change. McCabe with it for the Olympians. Sends it in. Icing waved off. Leah Clausen with it. Gives it to the winger, and Leah looks to join the rush. Baldwin with a good stand-up. Last man back at the red line. Had she not got a stick on that puck, it was a potential 2-on-0, 3-on-0. Another collision in the neutral zone. This time Ruther running into Clausen. Very similar to the collision in the first period between Minkus and the Olympian defender. Warnick looking to put pressure on. Puck comes to Clausen. Another quick wrist shot from Clausen. Short space, short ice, right into the chest of Pelche, and she smothers it.
Rookie on there with you.
We were just guest visited by Mr. Eugene Pelland. Nice to see him. More than likely checking out our play-by-play prowess. Either way, puck comes deep into the Lions' end. With it there is Breyer. She sends it up. Picking it up is Hal Penny. She chips it past Frazier. Frazier picks it up herself. Good puck protection using her body. Pass is intercepted though by Minkus. Good stick. Hal Penny, great eyes. Good pass. Breyer throws it on net. Pelche finds it. Frazier boxes out Minkus. Minkus is unable to get a stick on it. And we get a face-off to the left of Pelche. From EPSN fame? No. Oh my gosh, we're under pressure now, eh? Baldwin with the puck behind the net. Stepping out, over the ring. Oh, great pass. She had two options. She went middle. Picking it up is Kibbins. Cadence looking, holding. Stolen away. Lainey Rigo is able to chip it by Baldwin. All the way in on her own. Little bit of back pressure. Rigo scores. With 8:06 to go in the third period, Lainey Rigo is able to break free from the Olympians' pressure. Walks in all alone on Pelche and flips one over the goalie to make it a 2-1 Lions lead.
Baldwin made a concerted effort to pitch, and you have to do it that way. And sometimes it's a high risk, high reward play. Right now, Glenlawn's got the lead, but 8 minutes is going to seem like an eternity to that team.
So the Lions make a line change while the Olympians look to regroup, look to counter. Williams up the wall. Bale picks it up, flips it by her check, and flips it into the zone. Peter Rigo with it to Williams behind the net, back to Rigo. I'm looking for the Lions to stretch there, and they do. Minkus is able to get a stick on it in a foot race, but Michaela Warnick gets back and thwarts any scoring opportunity by Minkus. Minkus throws it back to the blue line. Conrad shots blocked by Ruther. That might have stung a bit. Ruther's a little slow to get up, stays on the ice. Veda, Minkus, dancing, ran out of room, and Baldwin grabs it. Baldwin leading the rush, gets out to the outside, throws it to the front of the net, and Nolgren is able to get a stick on it, but can't deflect it on net. You know, we talked about it on Tuesday, how CJS was happy to sit back and just get it out without putting pressure on in the third. And like you say, Red, today I like this form of style, this style of hockey a lot better, especially when you're down a goal with 6 minutes left. And here comes Durand on the rush, coming in with speed, gets to her forehand, throws it on net, and scores! Very similar to her first goal, cutting to her right, puck on her forehand, cross body, blocker side on Wozni. We always talk as D coaches, you got to mind your gap. Mind your gap. And that crisscross that Durand pulled on the D-men, like you say, Red, caused confusion. They didn't switch. There wasn't a gap recorrection. It gave her enough room to get that shot off. We have a 2-2 hockey game. So we go back to work. 5:50 to go in the third. Bale on the pressure, trying to add more offense, is upended, and it looks like Adriana Conrad is going to be going to the box for the Lions. So with 5:42 to go in the third, CJS, riding the momentum, will go to the power play. So Cadence Kibbins wins a draw. Fraser throws it on net. It's deflected wide. Able to pick it up is Halpenny, and she sends it the length. Minkus hard on the forecheck. Putting pressure, forcing the pass out to the left. Power play looks to go cross ice. It's turned over, but Kibbins picks it up. Cadence with it. Stepping wide on Veda Rigo. Rigo lets her go behind the net. Cadence with it. Throws it up to the wall. Shot on net. Loose puck. Wozni steers it aside. Veda picks it up. Even though short-handed, Veda Rigo is still a threat to score, as is Minkus, as are a number of these Lions. So as much as this is a scoring opportunity or an advantage for the Olympians, I can bet you that Netraduke and Rigo have their Lions PK ready to go as well. Warnick regrouping for the Olympians. Baldwin, cross ice, intercepted by Veda. Here's what I'm referencing. Quick snapshot on net. High and turned away by Pelche. Veda on the pinch. That puck does not come outside the zone. Baldwin to Warnick. Laney Rigo on the pressure. Baldwin, cross ice, nice pass. Nalgren carrying. Has LaFleche on a drop, can't find her. Veda Rigo comes in. Little bit of a push on the Olympian. Puck comes around the wall. Baldwin deep. D-man for the Olympians in deep. Goes cross ice. Open is LaFleche. Can't get a shot off. Back to Baldwin. Penalty's about to expire. It does so. As Halpenny comes out of the box, the Olympians are able to keep it in. Halpenny joins the fray. Breyer with it, flips it out. Laney Rigo looking for a stretch. She's pushing the D back. Veda Rigo picks it up, leads the rush, steps in across the blue line to Halpenny. Breyer keeps it in, throws it in, finds Veda. And offside is called. So both teams will make line changes with 3:13 to play.
Microphone. We don't have an instant replay one. I can tell you from where we were that that was an offside.
Minkus gets tossed from the face-off circle. In comes Halpenny. Picked up by Durand, however. Centering pass. Goes for naught. Westerdorf picks it up. Nice up-ice pass to Minkus. Stepping across. Tries to dangle Frazier. Frazier cuts her off. Headman passes Durand. She's got two tonight. This time going to her backhand. And Clausen cuts her off. Comes back to Durand. Quick shot on net. A spinning Dale Hawerchuk-esque slap shot. One-timer. Misses wide. Comes back to Durand. And she scores. Boom! Goes the dynamite. Durand has 3 on the night. You know what, Red? I don't know if it's my D-coach eyes or my defenseman parent heart, but when I see that goal happen, my brain goes all the way back 175 feet to their own blue line, where Claire Frazier was able to stand up the offensive attack by Minkus, create the turnover, and send a beautiful center ice pass to Durand, which created this whole scoring opportunity.
The line investigator number 411-953. 411-953. Please pick your prize at the front table.
We've been in tight games right now. We've got an experienced coaching staff in Glenlawn. They're going to rally the troops, and you know their top guns are coming out. Probably not going to come off.
Well, with 2:37 to go, after a Lions timeout, I would never question coaching staff. They do send out their top guns, I would call them. So they're going to be hoping for a quick shot and a quick answer, because they've lost their timeout and they don't have the opportunity to control the clock in the event that they can. But the Olympians gather it. Nolgren gaining the zone. If I'm the Olympians at this point, I'm just yelling, puck in deep, puck in deep. Don't get stuck, puck in deep.
Keep the play in front of you. Don't worry, it's not on goalie. You don't need to think about that. You've got the lead.
Laney Rigo, always a threat, stepping over the line. Turned over. Here's an example. The Olympians had possession. I'm gaining that red line, just get it in. Rigo, cross ice pass for Minkus, goes for naught. Kibbins picks it up. Cassidy, wheeling. Prefontaine doesn't gain the red line, but Veda Rigo so far back there that not a chance of icing. She's able to grab it. No icing on that dump. Claire Fraser back to get it. Looking for Durand. Stretch pass cross ice. Deflected by McCabe. No icing. Wozni to the bench. Minute 16 left. Same lineup out there for the Lions. Puck's bouncing around in the neutral zone. Durand gets a stick on it. Prefontaine looks towards the net. Throws it up the middle. Gets knocked down. And Tunes out there now for the Lions. Olympians send it the length of the ice, feeling a sense of pressure. McCabe that was. And there will be a face-off deep in the Olympians' end.
Call here. I can understand that CJS wanted to call timeout. Glenlawn should finish calling a timeout. You have a chance right now to have them tired, taking a face-off in their zone, and maybe not having a set play. Now that CJF has called a timeout, I can understand they want to rest their players, but you're giving Glenlawn a tactical advantage here to set up a face-off play. Probably one that they've done in AAA hockey or done in practice time and time again. This is very exciting to see how this plays out.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, Red. So I'm curious if we got some sort of set play. I see Coach Rigo with the whiteboard out.
And Leah Clausen with a great shot that she had. The young AAA girl, sophomore player as well.
I agree. We've talked about it all night. How little space the Lions D-men need to get a shot off. That's just what they do. Back to Veda. Steps around Durand. Isn't able to get all around her. No call in the play. Olympians fans looking for a hooking call as Durand was all the way in. Clear path to the net. No hand goes up. 28 seconds left. Minkus picks it up. Looks to get it back to the blue line. Olympians with it. Looking towards the empty net. I would suggest just getting it out. Now they just get it out. 15 seconds left. With it is Minkus. Over to Breyer. Breyer puts it in. Going back for it is Claire Fraser. Flips it up the wall. The puck will get out. And just like that, the buzzer goes. And the Jeanne-Sauve Olympians have come back to tie this series 1-1. Game 3 tomorrow night. Again, here at Seven Oaks, 4:15 start.
Very, very entertaining hockey game. Full set of girls here from Glenlawn and CJS. This game was as advertised. These were two heavyweights going at it. Who was going to blink first, or rather, who was going to blink last? CJS took this one. My storyline going into Game 3 is which players are going to be back on these teams and which players might have AAA commitment, because we may see a rematch of Game 1 that could really, really make this interesting. Kudos to both teams, both coaching staff. We've got a great, great series.
So they're going to get set here to announce the 3 stars of the game. I got to think one of them is going to be Peyton Durand. My understanding, I mean, I don't have the stats in front of me, but if I go back deep in my memory, which is short, I believe she had a hat trick.
Almost had a fourth there, too, if she had to have a little bit of traffic in front of her. I'm sure she was thinking about that. Celeste Peltier was outstanding tonight.
Absolutely.
Backstop 13 to victory.
Absolutely. She held the fort Durand was able to find pucks. Pelche, Durand. There's a number of Lions that we could pinpoint. But from a winning team perspective, I think Pelche and Durand were the two key cogs that allowed the Olympians to come back and, I hesitate to say steal, but potentially steal game 2.
Against the teams, obviously lost one game all season. He did steal a game. And your goaltender has to steal.
Like we said, one of the game stars there is Celeste Pelche. Here's something I didn't even realize. Here we are at the end of game 2, and the goalies are number 6. That's awesome. How did I not see that before? Fantastic. I'd love somebody to phone me and tell me she's a defenseman that switched goalie halfway through the season.
Second start of today's game from the Glenlawn Lions, the goaltender, number 81, Jeanne-Sauve.
So the second star, Jovi Wozni. Solid game. Jovi Wozni with 31 saves in the game. Celeste Pelche with 32 saves.
From the College Jeanne-Sauve Olympian with 3 goals in the game.
So similar to what we talked about, Peyton Durand, first star, led her team in scoring throughout the season, the grade 12 forward with 27 goals in the regular season. I don't have playoff stats right in front of me, but we could add 3 more there from tonight. And she's going to be looking to come back tomorrow night, add a couple more to her tally. She has 1 more game as a senior. We have 1 more game in the series.
This is going to be an absolute gut match tomorrow. If you have a chance, get down to the Seminoles Arena. It's going to be a great, great hockey game.
Don't you dare miss it.